in the co-main event on September 11th. As I talked about, this man, he's been a professional fighter for over 20 years. He held on to the UFC light heavyweight championship for 3 years. And you know what? This guy's fought anybody and everybody. He comes in shape. He comes ready to go. And the guy just wants to tear your head off. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Huntington Beach bad boy, Tito Ortiz. Tito.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate this opportunity, Triller. Anderson Silva for finally agreeing to the weight that he was mandatory for me to make 195. So I'll literally have to try to cut my leg off to make that weight, and I'll do it. I've never missed a weight in my whole career, but it just shows that I'm really that focused. But again, it shows that Anderson, he respects the power. So I'm excited. I respect the man as a fighter, but I kind of lost a lot of respect for him just for not fighting me at 200 pounds. I've never made 195 in my whole career of 24 years, and I'm going to try like hell to make it. And I will make it, but at the same time, I just kind of lost a little respect for the guy. Someone who's been a great world champion. He's fought at 205 over 6 times. He's fought for the world title at 205. But once again, it shows that he respects my power, and he's trying to make me weak. So, but hey, as I do every one of my fights, I'm going to make it exciting. I'm going to fight, and I'm going to make this vicious.
Thank you very much, Tito. And now let's talk to the man who you will be standing across the ring from on September 11th, live on Triller Fight Club pay-per-view. That'll be live from Staples Center in Los Angeles, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific time. Tickets start as low as $75. Get them at AXS.com. This man, as I pointed out, the longest reigning UFC champion in history. He held on to the middleweight championship of the world from 2006 to 2013. He, much like you, Tito, fought anybody and everybody. And incidentally, both of you actually fought Vitor Belfort, who will be involved in the main event. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Sao Paulo, Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, the Spider, Anderson Silva. Anderson.
Hello, everyone. I'm very excited to make this big show for my fans in here. The first time I fight in LA, and I'm very excited. I need to say thank you, Tito Ortiz, for giving me this opportunity, and Triller too. And let's go doing the best show for the fans and for LA too. I'm very excited. Thank you guys for the opportunity.
Anderson, I want to ask you, Tito said that he's not, he's expressed the fact that he's not necessarily fond of the fact that you're making this fight at 195. There seems to be a little bit of bad blood that has manifested since the contract negotiations happened. Obviously, the fight was agreed to, but what's your response to Tito not being necessarily happy with how the negotiations went and him saying, there is a little bit of animosity between you two?
Well, this is a good question for Coach Nico.
Well, you know what? He has the right to be a little, be a little upset about the weight. But technically, our last fight was at 182. So I don't understand why would we fight at 200 when Anderson, his last fight was 182. I'm here to take care of my fighter, and I'm here to train my fighter the best of our ability, as well as Coach Doria. So we're always gonna look out for our fighter. You understand? So I respect how he feels, and he's entitled to feel how he feels. But at the end of the day, this is our fighter, Doria, and ourselves, and we're going to look out from the best of our.
And Tito, so we've heard Anderson's camp answer the question about, the weight and, the whole negotiation with that kind of stuff. I know you wanted the fight at 205 pounds. Why did you ultimately decide to go down to 195 and agree to this fight instead of looking for a bout with somebody else?
Well, once again, I've always wanted to fight Anderson Silva, and I thought that, maybe we could do a catchweight at 200 pounds. I had no problem at that. But it came to a situation where I got called for the fight in, July 19th, and waited all the way up to, the first week of August. And it was either you take it or we're walking away with it. And let me tell you, I'm not letting money get away from my children's mouth at all. People gotta understand, fighting's my life. I love the fight. I love fighting. I love competition. I love competing. I love to see the transformation of my body through a camp. I wasn't going to let it get away. And if making 195 or, if I do make 197 and they take away 15%. I'm paying Anderson, I'm paying the athletic commission, shit, but I'm fighting and I'm learning. I'm getting more and more experience, but still, I got to punch his chance. I shock the world. I shock the world. If I don't, I don't. But you know what? I'm challenging myself. I'm not going to sit there and say, you know what? I'm going to be a stubborn bastard and walk away from money and walk away from the opportunity to fight Anderson Silva. I'm not going to do that. I'll sacrifice. I'll sacrifice everything. I used to have cheat days on Sundays. I have no more cheat days. Yesterday, I had a juice and had a little bit of chicken. I cut out my carbs completely. My dieting. I mean, I'm my own nutritionist. Through my whole career, I've done it. But once again, I got to make sacrifices to be the best man I possibly can be, and I'm going to make those sacrifices all the way up to September 11th.